The centipede is incredible and targeted, and once it turbocharges, it rips off the mandibles of the pedophiles and other disgusting demons. Once the mandibles have been ingested, the centipede uses the energy to lay eggs of liberty. Once those erupt, through evolution, they are now ready to devour the globalists. Now the greatest fear of the parasites is upon them, a liberty swarm. Let's go to this Ask Me Anything. Go ahead, Buckley.
All right, well, here we go. The top question is by Metamoose, and he asks, Alex, what is the biggest conspiracy that you would cover over the past couple of decades that even you thought couldn't be true but turned out to be real?
Again, the media makes great headlines out of those. And I was somebody that I wasn't like an atheist growing up, but I was so sick of going to church twice a week and, you know, oh yeah, a guy in the sky and all this. And then I studied the Globalists. I infiltrated Bohemian Grove. I covered Bohemian Grove. I studied the Clintons. They all are constantly in rituals and believe that they're communicating with interdimensional creatures, whether it's true or not. This is in the news. Whether it was, you know, Tony Blair and his wife, they get possessed by Lucifer every morning. That's in the news. And they get like the people that developed a lot of the sciences in the 1850s in England. They believe they were channeling all this. They believe that they've got to kill everybody. Let's get a shot of them. And then they'll get all the super technology. And I talk about that 20 years ago, people laughed. Now that's what Ray Kurzweil says. You'll be destroyed if you don't do this. Or Elon Musk says, you know, if you don't merge the machines, you'll just be an obsolete. So the big enchilada is whether it's true or not. The psychopath cosmology is don't have kids and live on through them forever. Don't be a good part of the human culture. Be so selfish that whatever it is, a genetic mutation, mental illness, a demon, an interdimensional, you know, Jim Big Booty from Buckaroo Banzai, whatever it is, they are saying kill people, enslave them, hurt them, rob the Haitians, rob everyone, and you'll get ahead. Just prove you're evil, prove you're horrible, prove you're ready to slaughter your fellow humans because they're a disease, and you're this beautiful psychic missile sent to Earth to enslave everyone and stumble around. It's so beautiful how you're just this God killing everyone, and just it's so liberal, it's so loving, just ban free speech, enslave everything. You're liberal, it's okay, liberal. That's basically the big secret. I had the head of the Democratic Party in Texas call me in 1996 and say, come meet with me. This is before Buckley had helped me get started, but he wouldn't even work with me then. And I went and met at a steakhouse with the head of the Democratic Party, and they said, "Lee, you got a lot of talent. We can run you for office. Stop attacking the Clintons. We want to see you go on air tomorrow night on Access TV." It wasn't even on radio yet. It's like 96, 97. It's radio 96, so it was 96. And they call up and they go, "You son of a bitch, we're going to kill you. How dare you talk about him and the Communist Chinese? Join us." And I don't say that to act tough. This is what I've already done to get here, to reach 40, 50 million people a week for real, to not sell out. Everybody else got that call. They said, "We'll go to D.C. You're going to meet with the president. It's going to be great. You're going to be a big star, Alex. The president wants to meet with you." I know other conservative top news bloggers that got that call, and they went and they had that meeting. And they make $100 million a year profit. It's not Drudge. He didn't do it. Drudge said, hell no. That's why Drudge is in hiding. Almost everyone else bowed to that. Now, let me explain something. $100 million a year that a certain person has been paid for a decade for backing off the Clintons. $100 million. That is like rat shit to me. People are, oh, God, that's a lot of money. Yeah, I can have a lot of Bentleys and a lot of jerks that don't love me and be around a bunch of fake people. I'm telling you all this because this is Ask Me Anything. This isn't Impress You. This is Truth Hour. This is where we are. This is because the hammer's coming down. This is a skyfall. This is the end of my work, potentially. Waves are coming in that I recognize are the end of who I am. But that's okay. As long as you know that we're not going to submit to these people, you live on and have great victories. I will never be a minion of these sacks of evil. I will never submit to them to hurt innocents. These selfish, demonic creatures that are sold out to everything wicked. We don't want to be with them. We want to be with families and babies and feast and life and the stars and Valhalla and goodness and honor and strength. We don't want to be with people that work against humanity. We want to be where life is. And so, I remember a pastor once told me, not at church, but a fellow I knew, he said, Christ said, what would you give your whole soul? To be given this world, what would you do? And you're like, oh, well, I'll give my soul for that. Your soul is your whole being. To be in some mansion or to strut around and have a bunch of empty people think you're God, that's a torture. But see, the average person feels weak. That means everything to them. Even if they're not evil, it's acceptance. True godliness is not caring what the world thinks. But so many people that are godly are so removed from the world, they don't even know how to see the world. And it takes fallen people like me to be able to see it and understand it. But if you sit there and you look into this and you study this, you realize it's all a mind trick, that anybody that actually had knowledge of this would never join with this. What we're offered, what we potentially can have, isn't just life extension in this body. You'll be so ascendant, you'll already be dead by the minute you become conscious. You were already there. You won't even care anymore about this body. That's what's so sad. The whole universe, God is waiting for you, because God's free will. God's not like the devil. God's not going to twist you or lie to you. The enemy's going to set up churches that say they're God to mislead you. God's waiting right now. But you just got to have the free will to join God and say, I want justice. I want to be pure. I want to be strong. And then it is eternity. But God can't make creatures and not give them free will. God can't make slaves. The devil turns God's children into slaves. God's waiting right now for you, ready for you to accept eternity, ready for you to step into all the promises and all the great work that has to be done. God's there, waiting with his hand out right now. And the enemy wants to steal that from you. They sold out everything they were for power during this 10-second joke that is this test. You don't want to be with them forever. God doesn't put you in hell. You choose to be with these people. That their ultimate power is grabbing a kid out of their backyard and taking them in some dungeon and scaring the hell out of them for a couple of days. And do the most horrible crap they can because it freaks out these evil people so much to rebel against God as they bounce off the walls of eternity that they believe this must be power because they could do stuff like this when all they're doing is vandalizing their very soul. They're not hurting those innocents. God protects their souls the instant they're in the clutches of the spider. And all the enemy drinks in, believing his power, is damnation and hell. The truth is, I've seen in, through, and beyond. And everybody else can see it as well. And they know all these Chris Hedges and all these cowards and all these sad, fallen people that laugh at this and think this is a joke. These are people we lost. So stop feeling like you're a failure because you're not driving the newest car, or you're not wearing a Rolex on your arm, or because other men sit there and giggle and look down on you when you walk past them. None of that matters. I wear a blue sports coat and a Rolex because it's a symbol of middle class and humanity having prosperity and promoting human prosperity from a perspective of empowering humanity and stealing the image of a man in a sports jacket with a Rolex that is the satanic image. So I dress as a Satanist so that I can enter their world and show you that none of it means anything. It's your soul, not a Rolex, that has value. It's your soul, not if you've got these crazy rich people with all their Botox and their things, trying to look sexy and young and trying to be powerful when they're the ugliest people I ever seen. Totally alone, without God forever. That's why I have no fear.
This is Tormund members only. It's kind of a comment. It says, Alex, I briefly met you at dinner the night before Trump's inauguration, and you let me take a picture with you. Thanks for being so nice and based. So
Based.
Based. Based means
Down to the level.
No, it means just like okay, so it started with this rapper, and it basically means that you just don't, that you're so far in, you just really don't care. Like you're basically
not in
so
this world
cool,
anymore.
yeah, that you don't care.
Yeah, no. I mean, let's get past that.
Just means badass.
Somebody
means
going
awesome,
with their kids and wanting to, with shining eyes, no matter what color they are, where they came from, wanting to shake my hand. It's very humbling. But then you got to read them. There's that moment where you read them, they read you, your spirits touch, and you're like totally exhausted. You shook 1,000 hands that day, 1,000, and you just want to go eat some food. And so you're just like, I got to be up to it. I got to shake this hand. These are great people. I'm so honored to meet them. I'm so humbled. And then it's another. And finally you're just like, ugh. So you just, it's the opposite of, oh, thank you for talking to me. Thank you for talking to me. Today we call it bone broth, and for thousands of years our ancestors enjoyed its benefits before it became lost to our modern diets of processed junk. We are now introducing Caveman by InfoWarsLife.com, the ultimate in true paleo nutrition with bone broth, turmeric root, chaga mushroom, and 7 total primal superfoods in a single great tasting formula. Caveman. It's those people living in the wilds having to actually build civilization that are our superior ancestors, and we need to do everything we can to recapture that. Everyone knew that you used all the parts of the animal. You used the meat for sustenance, the fat for cooking, but you used the bones for strength. From the outside structure full of minerals and key cofactors to the marrow that produces the blood for the body, this is the engine of the life essence. I'm a long way from the caveman my ancestors were, but I'm sure as hell trying to get back to that essence that made us what we were, and this is a big part of it. I know you're going to want to check out Caveman Ultimate Paleo Formula for yourself at InfoWarsLife.com today.